Hi, friends. I hope you had a nice 4th of July weekend. And on the heels of Independence Day, I do feel compelled today to talk to you a little bit about justice and what Scripture has to tell us about that. The reality is that we carry within us an innate sense of right and wrong, a conviction that oppressors should be punished and the weak should be protected. We want justice. Justice, in its simplest form, means to set things right. But how do we know what is right? Is there some moral code or moral law that we inherently know to follow? As followers of Christ, the answer is really very simple. Our sense of justice is imparted to us by God. He is loving, kind, and merciful. He's also righteous, holy, and just. When we look at chapter 32 of Deuteronomy in verse number 4, it says, "The rock, his work is perfect, for all his ways are justice. A God of faithfulness and without iniquity, just and upright is he." You see, God is just. It's part of his character, which means he's always just and he can't be unjust. He defines and sets the standard for justice. So pursuing biblical justice means we follow God's way to make right what's wrong, and we look to Scripture to define what right is. Jesus is our standard for rightness or righteousness. And Jesus also demonstrates a beautiful example for us to follow in the New Testament as one who cared for the outcast, who reached out with compassion to those who were often overlooked. He pursued justice. And as we look to the life of Jesus and the mandate given to us through Scripture, it's clear that Christ followers are called to do justice. We're called to take action and confront evil, to care for the vulnerable, and to make right what's wrong. This mandate isn't new. It's not a cultural fad. It's not a trend. It's something that we see throughout the Old and New Testaments, and it's very clear what our instructions are. In Micah chapter 6, verse 8, it says, "He has told you, O man, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you, but to do justice and to love kindness and to walk humbly with our God?" When we look at the word justice, it means justice as we know it, rightness, righteousness, morally correct behavior or thinking. When we look at loving kindness, it also means mercy, pity, goodness, faithfulness, or favor. And when we look at what it means to walk humbly, the word humbly means to be humble, to be modest, to be lowly, to show humility. And so, as followers of Christ, this is our calling. We're called to do justice, to love kindness and mercy, and to walk humbly with our God. And so today, just take some time to contemplate what that means for you and how you can walk that out in your life in terms of being the hands and feet of Christ and being a reflection of him, since we are in fact image bearers of the God of all creation and of Jesus Christ, who shows us the way to righteousness, to justice, and to humility. God bless you all. Have a great week.